Hey everyone, welcome to week 10. Almost there, almost made it to the end. I'm going to take a couple minutes in this video to go over what's in store for you this week. If you're still working on anything from week 9, please get that submitted right away, especially if you have not yet submitted project part 4. We want to get that in so that I can get that graded and you will have a much better idea of what your overall grade is going to be. That's a big component of your overall grade. So the sooner you get project part 4 submitted, the sooner you'll get to see that grade and see how it affects your overall grade. And if you never know, if there were some really big issues in project part 4, maybe you might still have time to make some corrections and bring that score up if you aren't happy with it. Obviously, the longer you wait, the less time we have, and that won't really be an option at that point. So if you have not yet submitted project part 4, please do so as soon as you can. But for here in week 10, first thing you'll need to do is take the week 10 attendance quiz, of course. Underneath that, you will see the review of week 9, just a real brief overview of what we covered last week. After that, you will see a video lesson, which is a follow-up to the practice rhetorical analysis assignment from last week, where you had to choose one of the images and answer some questions about it. Remember, we're kind of starting to shift our focus to start preparing for the final exam essay. So you did that assignment last week, and I'm going to give you a follow-up on it and go over both images, just so you can kind of see how you should have been answering those questions. Not necessarily exact answers, because the answers will vary, but at least how you should have been, the general ballpark of where you should have been with your answers. And really that's just to help get you in the right mindset to do the final exam essay the proper way. Okay? After that video, after that follow-up video, we have a lesson, again, on rhetorical analysis essays. So we've kind of been dancing around all of this all quarter, honestly, with some of the assignments you've done, certainly with the discussions, the assignment you just did last week on practicing rhetorical analysis. Now we're going to look really closely at how to go about writing a rhetorical analysis essay. So there is a PowerPoint and a video lesson that goes along with the PowerPoint. Look over that PowerPoint and watch that video. This is really important information to help you do that final exam the right way. In addition to the PowerPoint and accompanying video, there is an additional video lesson there that goes over a sample rhetorical analysis essay. So the essay will be shown on the screen, and above the essay there's 2 videos. The first video is actually goes with the essay, because the sample essay is a rhetorical analysis of a public service announcement from quite a few decades ago. So you're going to want to watch the ad, we'll call it a commercial, but it's not really a commercial. But you'll want to watch the commercial and read the essay. And then the second video is, of course, me going through the essay and explaining things. That will also be so helpful to help you do the final exam essay the right way. So please go through that whole lesson on rhetorical analysis essays. It will only benefit you. The other item that you'll see underneath rhetorical analysis essay says options for final exam essay. So one of your assignments this week is going to be creating an outline, preparing for the final exam. That means you're going to have to choose which discussion image you're going to use. That's where they are listed. Options for final exam essay. When you click on that tab, you're going to see 5 options underneath. Option 1 is phones. So when you click on that, you're going to see the image, and you're also going to see my follow-up to that image from the journal. So you have both right there, the image and my follow-up where I discussed that image. The second option is Moms Demand Action. This was the one with the two children in the classroom, and one's holding the Kinder Egg and the other one's holding the gun. So you'll see that image and my follow-up. Your third option is the Maiden Form ad. So when you click on that, you'll see that ad and my follow-up. Your fourth option is the Girls Say Yes to Boys Who Say No poster. So you'll see that image and my follow-up video underneath. And the fifth option you can choose is the AIDS prevention poster. So when you click on that, you'll see that image and my follow-up underneath. This will all make a little more sense as you go through the material in week 10 and then go to start the homework assignments. But when it's time for you to complete the outline for week 10, the outline for the final exam, this is where you're going to want to come back to choose which image you want to work with. Okay? You only choose one out of those 5, right? I did not put the Declaration of Independence or Martin Luther King Jr.'s I Have a Dream speech as options, mostly because images are a little easier, and I don't want, this is kind of like an in-class essay. This is not something that I want you to be, doing research on or, doing drafts on. This is like an in-class essay, like a final exam essay. You would go in on your last day of class and you'd have 4 hours to write or type your essay based on the prompt that you're given. So I don't want it to be too much. And I think that the Declaration and I Have a Dream would be too much. It's too much to cover. However, having said that, if you had your heart set on analyzing one of those two, reach out to me and maybe we can come to an agreement. But as of right now, these are the 5 options you have to choose from for your final exam essay. And when you go to do the outline for final exam in the week 10 homework assignments, this is where you'll come back to make your choice, right? All right, so the last item that you'll see in the week 10 module is, of course, the homework for week 10. You've got the week 10 journal, the outline for final exam, and the week 10 discussion. There will be a homework video where I discuss those in more depth. But that's what you have in store for week 10. Again, if you have not submitted project part 4, please do that as soon as possible. If you have any questions while you're going through the week 10 material, let me know. Otherwise, you guys are free to go ahead and get started.